All right, we're live for the 3M Open preview. First, we'll talk a little bit about the Open. We'll hit on some other things today, maybe some Olympic talk, maybe some LIV UK talk. First of all, congrats to Devon on hitting X, scorching hot, and also just great foresight of seeing this, having a future at Xander at 28, seeing, kind of what player he'd become.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. I was on cloud nine yesterday. I'm still kind of speechless. If you can't tell, I don't really have anything to say other than it was a plan that came to a fruition over the course of 6 months, and it feels good. Obviously, he wins at Valhalla, and that makes you think like, I don't know, man, can he really win 2 majors in a year? It's such a tough ask, and I know we'll get into it here in a little bit, but for me personally, I'm not an X guy in the past, but I find it hard to find a better golfer in this calendar year.
I agree. We'll probably get into that player of the year discussion. Should we start with that, Blake, or you want to start with something else?
Let's start with the whole Open first, I guess.
Okay. What do you think, Blake, overall, just as an Open? How was it?
As an Open, I thought it was a good Open. As a better, I don't like the Open as much as these other majors. As a better, okay? Because so much is dependent on the weather and where you play. Not even just like the Thursday, Friday draw, but like Saturday, where you play. Like if Rahm had shot like 3 or 4 over the first 2 days, and then he would have shot much better on Saturday than he did. But he got stuck in the bad weather every single day. Yeah. I just like to see consistent. I don't mind bad weather. I just like it. I just like consistency. And I just don't like with the US Open, I just feel like we always find the true test winner. But then on Sunday, X just took his cock out and just dominated that thing, especially on the back nine. That was probably the most impressive back nine, I think, of the season. Maybe Rory at Quail. Oh, actually, Scotty at the Masters is a pretty impressive back nine as well. So those 3 kind of stuck out. And I don't know, X was just nails. There was no threat of him losing once he got the lead. Like it was pretty much done.
I felt amazing the moment that Thirsty hit it right on 11 and yelled 4. It's like, all right, it's over. We got this one, boys. As long as Rosie doesn't bury 100 feet worth of putts.
I was pulling for Rosie. Rosie he played great. He shot 3 under yesterday, and X just we shot 4 under, right?
The way, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
The wave splits. It's like, so I tweeted bitching about it, and I understand everyone's point about that's the way it goes in Opens and blah blah. It's even if you did split tees, it wouldn't fix it. I get all that. Like I understand that. But when people are saying, well, Rose came out of it. Yeah, but there were 10 guys who could win after halfway through Saturday, and 9 out of the 10 were from one wave. So you really did eliminate a whole wave. And the other thing with Rose is, I know it's possible to come out of the wrong side of the split, but the chances of him doing that were very, very low. Like he overcame so much to get where he was. The fact that he's going to continue to play well just seemed like almost impossible. When you had other players who had the good draw, the variance is going to catch up with him. Like he's going to start making mistakes and whatnot, but he didn't. He played great, but it really does feel like, and it's not just, even some guys played like, even if they had the right wave, they're also caught in different tee times with weather. Like a couple of guys who in the wrong side who had a better draw than other guys who were in the wrong side. So I really think like 70% of the field was eliminated.
Yeah, and then you got guys like Burns shoot a 65 and then immediately shoots an 80 the next day. Like that dude, that was the fakest fucking 65 I've ever seen. It was fucking bullshit.
He played all 3 rounds in the easiest conditions.
Like, and honestly, I think our guys, like, Rahm played the hardest conditions every single round.
Oh, he did. So I asked Data Golf this yesterday. I tweeted at them, and we've gotten some public disputes, so I don't know if they're going to answer me, but they did. And they said, I said, can you give me the strokes gained if you factor in the conditions? Who had the most strokes gained total for the week? And they said they're gonna get back to me today, and they're gonna tweet it.
I'd
But
love to see that. I'd love to see
I bet
that.
I bet Rahm's first or second to Xander.
What about Rose?
Rose is probably up there too.
Yeah, you'd think he has to be second, right?
Maybe Henley. Henley was kind of on the back end of those conditions as well.
I still think Rose. I know he came from the bad side, but on what day was it? Friday. He got to play like 12 holes when it wasn't bad yet. Because I think he had an earlier tee time on Friday afternoon. I think so. I remember him playing like 9 or 10 when the wind started to pick up. When like our guys were teeing off, he was already had played half his holes.
So betting wise, it just makes me so angry. Just our entire card got wiped out because of the weather.
It did. And Rahm, I think, people were shitting on Rahm, saying that going to LIV made him suck, all this other stuff. Rahm played good fucking golf.
Look at all the guys of the par fives. He was +3 in the par fives, didn't make one birdie on the par fives this week. How is that fucking possible? I feel like he's so bad on the par fives on LIV too. What's going on? But then there are guys
like Rory and Vic and all them who shot like plus fucking 20. They probably didn't get any par fives either.
But the whole fucking, like, he didn't get 4 and 6 yesterday when he was birdieing every fucking hole. And then when he was playing really well on Friday, he comes to 16. He was even par. And what does he fucking do? He doesn't take the fucking driver out. And he fucking hits it into the fucking creek. Makes bogey on the par 5. That fucking infuriated me.
I think that was the tournament right there.
For him, yeah.
There was some guy who kept fucking arguing with me about it, saying it was the right decision. Like, it fucking clearly wasn't. He did it twice and bogeyed it 2 days in a row. How is it the right decision? It isn't. There's no, like, you can't say that it was.
There was no threat. The berm wasn't a threat with the driver. Like, guys were clearing it. Like
he's like
25, 30 yards.
He was like, you must have not watched LIV this year because his drivers sucked all year, and that's why he had a strategy of playing short.
He was like first off the tee or top 5 off the tee at that Valderrama.
Yeah, he drove it great. Couldn't hit a wedge.
Yeah, and the hole before, he hit it 400 right down the middle, and the drive after.
Hole 18, he drove it into that fucking bunker, greenside, like 402.
And then there's the same wind direction as 16. I just don't understand why you don't take the driver there. It makes zero sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, big picture, Rahm, I mean, I got no concerns about him moving forward at all.
I wish they were floating those 25s to the rest of the majors. I'll bet every single one of them.
Oh, yeah, easily.
But they know not to.
Let's talk about the winner. I mean, 2 majors in one season. I know we kind of disagree on this, but I think he's the player of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think that it comes down to this: is the season you'd most like to have, is that the player of the year? If so, I agree with you. But I just think historically, like, if they're giving this award out, you can't just put zero weight on every single PGA Tour event. You just, like, and that's the only way you could give X the award. And I don't put that much weight on him. You don't put that much weight on it, but the people who are voting will. And you can't say that 6 wins, means nothing just because he has one more major. So the way I look at it is an Open and a PGA versus a Masters and a Players. Obviously, X has the edge, but the additional wins that Scotty has makes up that edge, and then a little tiny bit more. That's why I have Scotty above him.
My argument for X would be that in those events that Scotty won, Xander still showed up. A Masters top 10, U.S. Open top 10, runner-up at the Players. Like, Scotty's winning these things, and Xander's right there. But when Xander wins, Scotty's nowhere to be seen.
So we still have a long way to go. How many more wins does X need to surpass him, in your opinion?
1.
Just 1?
Yep.
That's kind of fair. I get your point where, like, if X does win it and doesn't get any more wins, like, basically just admitting that none of these PGA Tour wins matter.
It is.
But in my opinion, I mean, how many of these PGA Tour wins that Scotty has are in fucking 60-man fields?
Not
All
a
of
lot
them?
of them.
Which ones aren't besides the players?
API?
Even his fucking majors in an 85-man field.
API was
20 man
cut. out.
API was cut.
20 to 60. And then the rest of Heritage was 68 or whatever. Players was full,
What else did he win?
but no LIV guys.
Travelers was cut.
Memorial.
Memorial was cut.
Memorial had a cut. Travelers didn't.
Memorial had a cut, but it was still 80 guys.
Yeah. No, I mean, but that's what all the big events are. So how can, I mean, would you rather him win the Valero?
I think winning the Valero is more impressive than winning a fucking Travelers, to be honest.
Yeah,
with you
I
these
think so.
days.
I was honestly gonna say that. Fucking actually, I was there for both of them.
I actually would have been more impressed if he won fucking Houston than he won that week. That fucking that German guy beat him, Jaeger. Then when he beat Tom Kim. I don't know. That's just me though.
I agree with the Travelers only, but I wouldn't put it ahead of Memorial or API.
Agree. What about
So
Heritage?
I do get your point. I would definitely rather take Xander's season. Scotty would rather take Xander's season, no doubt.
Yeah.
Well, he'd be 3/4 of the way to the Grand Slam if he did that.
Well, the good thing is Scotty fucking sucks at East Lake, and Xander's probably going to win that. So it's going to be a moot point, and Xander's going to win Player of the Year. Because Xander dominates fucking East Lake.
I think Olympics could play into gold medal for either of them. Probably ends the discussion.
Yes, gold medal will end the discussion.
And then we got Jude and Colorado, which who knows about that? Probably gonna be a bird fest in Colorado, right?
I'd assume so. They're going to be blasting it fucking 400 yards.
More.
Yeah. So to be and the last thing, another thing I want to talk about in terms of that, just quickly, who do we have? I tweeted this today to kind of get some people the mind flowing a little bit. Career Grand Slam as of right now. Rank 1 through 3 in order who you think has the best chance to do it.
You give me guys, or I'm just going to.
You know who there is. Anybody?
Rory.
You think Rory's the most likely still?
He only needs one.
Yeah, but can you win that one?
I think.
Okay.
Scotty. No. Rahm.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's X. I don't know, man. I think it's X.
Okay.
Only because the two that he doesn't have, he's just gonna win them. He's fucking one of the best U.S. Open players out there. I think the Masters is gonna be the toughest one for him to get, don't you?
Yeah. I have the same 3 guys as you, just a different order. I had Rahm first because he's definitely winning an Open. And then one of these PGAs should suit him enough. He's a year younger than X, and they're at this. They both had 2 each. So I don't think most people will probably say X because they have the short memory, but I think Rahm's right there. Second, I had X. I agree with you. I think he fits all these things well, especially the U.S. Open. And then third, Rory. I almost left Rory off because I don't think he can really win the Masters, but I still think there's a better chance of him winning the Masters than Spieth winning the PGA, and I think there's a better chance of him winning the Masters than Brooks to win the Masters and the Open.
I was gonna go Scotty fourth.
And yeah, Scotty too.
I think Scotty's my 4th guy.
But he's only won one. I mean, I think he'll get a U.S. Open.
He's younger than all these guys.
I've got this one. Scotty 1, Xander 2, Rory 3.
Scotty won, huh?
The Northeastern U.S. Open's a given. Just pick which one. He'll win one of them. Duh.
Why do you like him in the Northeast?
Fairway premium.
Okay.
Fairway premium. The score relation to par is never going to reach double digits. And if you do that, that brings okay, Scotty doesn't have to make putts.
And it's high roughs usually in the Northeast, and that's where he thrives on the roughs high.
I think Northeastern Major is a given for Scotty. I mean,
there's not that many of them anymore. Like, there's not like,
we have.
I think everybody here will give him a U.S. Open, right?
Yeah.
But like, when's the PGA coming up here?
Aronimink, isn't it? I mean, he has PGA Frisco too, around the corner from his house. He can win at Quail. I mean, that's.
Don't get me wrong. I think he's gonna win it. I think he's gonna win it, but I don't know if he does it first.
Frisco's probably gonna be a birdie fest, right? Or or at least a little bit.
That's gonna be a straight bird fest.
Is that course new?
Brand new.
All right, I didn't know it was the course or their actual headquarters. You know anything about it?
Pretty open. There's a video on YouTube. You can watch Sahith play 18 holes there. And
GP could win that.
I'll make sure to watch that in 4 years.
Yeah.
GP could win that.
Could he?
Yeah, California Birdie Fest.
It's in fucking Texas.
Yeah, Frisco's right outside Dallas.
Oh, I thought this was a PJ in San Francisco.
Oh, it's PGA Frisco. It's down in Frisco, Texas. That's where the
Yeah.
PGA of America's headquarters are.
Isn't there one for San Francisco coming up?
Olympic.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
That's where Webb won his U.S. Open, correct?
Mhm.
That's
Furyk
coming up
won that
soon,
too?
right?
Did he beat Graham?
I forget. Where did Furyk win his major?
Furyk won at. Was it not Congressional?
Nah, I don't know. I'll find out.
think-
Question. Well, are we done with that topic? You have Scotty 1.
Yeah, and my defense for that is I feel like an Open is in his. I know he can't putt to save his life over there, but the Open, we've seen it promote flat ball hitters. I mean, you want wind, you want conditions, you want flighting the ball. He's going to bring that, and I think he's got one in him.
Yeah, Furyk won at Olympia Fields. That's why I got confused there. Okay, so we each have 3 different guys.
And then
Okay, yeah.
Scotty, Xander, Rory, yeah. And I like what you said on Rory over Brooks, Matt. You said it for me.
What was that?
Although I do think Brooks is capable.
Same.
What was the Rory over Brooks?
I think Rory has a better chance of winning just the Masters than Brooks has winning a Masters and the Open.
But
You guys just think Rory's never going to win the Masters?
I kind of don't.
yeah, I feel like it's him and the Masters or Phil in the U.S. Open. It's just not going to happen. And Phil was actually good at the U.S. Open.
And we saw what Roy just did when he had the fucking chance to win a U.S. Open. What's he going to do if he has a lead in the back 9 at Augusta?
Look
Shoot
like
another 81
Spieth in 16.
on himself in 11.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
Are you happy with the way the majors went this year? Much better than last year.
Yeah, I like when good players win majors. That's what I like. So
If I could go back, it would be a lot cooler if Bryson just won the PGA and fucking Rory won the fucking U.S. Open.
I
Yeah.
agree.
The 4 fucking best golfers in the world, minus Rahm, would have won a major. That's fucking awesome.
yeah,
So
I think the way it played out was still pretty awesome, though.
It was. I mean, yeah, much better than fucking gay ass Brian Harmon and
Clark.
fucking Wyndham Clark, who's an absolute stiff in all these majors. You seen that dude's major record?
Oh, it's disgusting.
Pull up his wiki. It's fucking awful. The fact that he fucking won at LACC just proves the point that LACC is fucking trash for a major.
Fake U.S. Open.
Ugh.
Blake, do you want me to read those for you?
Yeah, give it to me just because I hate his fucking ass.
Okay. We're starting in 2020. I'm just going to give you the event. I'm going to give you the result. I'm going to give you every single one. 2020 PGA, cut. 21 PGA, 75th. 21 and 22 U.S. Opens, cut. 2022 Open, 76th. 23 PGA, cut. LACC, win. 33rd in Liverpool in 23. And then 3 cuts in 2024, with his only made cut being 56th at Pinehurst.
7 missed cuts since 2020.
And he's missed every cut since he said that comment about the LIV guys.
Oh, Pinehurst.
Oh, he made Pinehurst. Yeah.
Defending champ made it on the number. Good job, asshole.
Yeah.
And he's in the fucking Olympics.
Yeah.
But the point of that is, I just like when good players can, like, there's only so many majors to go around. It's nice when a good player can like build their legacy and add one instead of just some random who's going to take up one forever and that's it, like a Duffner.
Yeah. Would have been super cool though if Rose won.
Oh, it would have been awesome. I thought that would have been the best story if Rose won. Rahm versus X. Devon, you and I kind of got in a debate about that.
Yeah, I had texted you a few days ago, and I think we saw something similarly saw some things differently. Just on who the better golfer is. I know, Blake, you wanted to kick me in the teeth a month ago for saying Xander was a better golfer than Jon Rahm. But I went ahead and I made a checklist here. So I
still do, by the way.
Off the tee, who's a better driver of the ball? I don't think it's close anymore. Who's better in approach? I just gave it a split. They can both just go gain anywhere. Around the green, I gave it to Xander. Better putter, Xander. He's the best putter out of any elite player.
I disagree with all these.
Really?
Approach. Yeah.
Oh,
Jon Rahm is a better driver. I think Jon Rahm's better around the green. And I think he's a better putter. Maybe not this season, but long term, I think he's just better. Jon Rahm was fucking incredible around the green this week.
Yeah, around the green, I could give into that one being a neutral or John. I could give you that one.
Xander's great around the green too.
And I think off the tee, Xander hits it by him, and he hits it straighter. I mean, 24 Xander might be the 3rd best driver of the ball in the world.
Do we know that though for a fact?
I think so. I mean, let me
How
go.
do we know that for a fact?
Well, I'm looking at their profiles right now, and Data Golf. I mean, again, this is throughout his career, so I don't know how that changes over the course of this year because Xander has added speed and distance. It has Rahm as more accurate and longer off the tee, but Rahm was one of the best drivers in the world for the majority of his career. Actually, has Xander slightly more accurate in Rahm, 1.7 distance, 0.3 accuracy. Xander is 1.1 distance, 0.4 accuracy. Around the green, Xander 1.7, Rahm 1.5, approach Rahm 1.9, Xander 1.2.
It all goes in cycles. Xander's definitely better this year. I can't even.
Yeah, I mean,
argue that.
If you're arguing Rahm this year against Xander this year, there's no argument to make, but long term there is.
Right. And I still on this list, I put resume, I gave it to John. I put natural talent, I gave it to John. I put trajectory, I gave it to X. And then I put the floor that they're going to give you each week. You're going to put your money on them. What's the worst they're going to do? That's Xander. Yeah, I believe it's 13 straight top 20s in majors. That's unbelievable.
Rahm also had a major life change. And is going through having 3 children.
Yeah. Let me look at this.
I think that's a major factor in these guys' lives. Like, look at everybody that's had kids on the PGA Tour. It all fucks them up.
I agree. Doesn't that goes into trajectory, doesn't it? Like that's.
Well, you don't think X is going to have kids? He's married. They're just not going to have kids.
I don't know.
Life hits them all.
I can't say what I want to. I'll text you.
I don't care. This is a good conversation.
Well, I was gonna say I don't think him and Pat can reproduce.
Hey, you say that shit. Is it weird that X is fucking friends with Pat?
Dude, I want to get into that for a second. I know I think Pat, there was a total case for him over X forever, but now I think it's just like, see ya, you're in the fucking dust. But Pat's a fucking weirdo. Like X is, when you hear him talk, he's actually kind of likable.
I agree
Well,
with
he's
you.
the best
How are
buddies.
they-
He's gonna be
Let's
weird
talk.
too.
Let's see
How are they
what
friends?
the biggest Pat Cantlay fan in the world has to say about this.
I'm a big fan of Pat's golf game. I definitely think he's probably a huge weirdo in real life.
Okay, you've always been a Pat over X guy.
Yeah.
Does Pat make a surge to lessen the gap?
Good question. I think he does. I still
Yeah?
think like, yeah. I mean, let me put it this way. 2022, Patrick Cantlay was the 31st best player of all time.
Yeah, but he still sucked at majors.
Yeah, I know. But he at his peak, he can be good. I mean, does he get to where X is now? No. But I still think right now you're buying really at the very low. It doesn't seem like he can, but I still think he can turn around and be good, be really good.
I like that because we're also sitting here. We are at X's peak. It doesn't get better for this, like, unless he just keeps winning. Like, good job, but you can't play better golf than he is. And I think Pat,
No, everybody has a
he's
peak.
yeah, Pat's a one-time major winner, isn't he? Like, you go look at his Wikipedia in 20 years, it's gonna say one major by his name.
At least.
At
Yeah,
least, huh?
I don't
Maybe-
think he's a
maybe
two-time.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
I do.
Majors are so hard to win, man.
They are. Look at this. This is what I want to talk about real quick. Strokes gained in majors, minimum 50 rounds. So this stroke gain per round in majors, their entire career, minimum of 50 rounds. So this is strokes gained per round. Do you want the list, or do you want to guess, or what?
This is all time.
This is all golfers now. Tiger is not in it for some reason.
Okay, I'm gonna guess Brooks.
Oh, Tiger is in it, but he must just been hit pretty hard by his.
So it's the
recent
last
performance.
50 rounds.
This is minimum of 50 rounds. This is all rounds ever.
Okay.
And since strokes gained started, so obviously some Tiger stuff isn't there.
Phil.
Phil, this is I think too early. I think it probably starts like 2011 or something. But
Okay.
no, Phil's not
Brooks, Rory. They got to be in
Brooks-
there.
Brooks is 4th. Rory is 5th.
X has
DJ?
got to be up there.
X is
DJ.
2nd.
DJ and Ram are in there.
DJ is not. DJ is like 12th.
Wow, that's weird.
Probably because recent performances.
Ram,
Rahm is 6th.
who's number 1?
Scotty.
Wow.
I was gonna say, is one fucking Scotty? He's just
I didn't
Yeah.
think he had enough.
2.4 per.
Oh,
Per
it's strokes
round.
gained. Okay.
So yeah, I was just thinking, just comparing Xander and
Where's
Rahm there.
Cantlay?
Oh, Cantlay's I don't think anywhere close. Yeah, he's like 18th after Jason Day, Ricky Fowler, Patrick Reed, DJ, Finau, Decky, Tommy, Vic.
oh.
What's that? You frozen?
No, okay. There was one thing, not to get off the track. I just noticed. Remember how we were talking about Augusta National last week? There's
Mhm.
something I wanted to point out, otherwise I'd forget. Look at the top 10 and their success at Augusta from June. Just think of the last 8 years.
X
Every
Rose,
single person up there has been there.
Shane, Ram, Sanjay, Scotty,
Henley has a T4.
Adam Scott, Shane Lowry has a T4.
All right, any more ups and downs from last week?
Yeah. We got to talk about the two guys that missed the cut. Okay, one, Rory.
Yeah, that was pathetic.
bad.
That was
That was
really
bad.
pathetic. And we thought he was going to play well. Again, he got the bad side of the draw. I don't think it would have mattered. He just played so horribly. I actually got a message from Chubby. He doesn't listen to the show, so he probably wouldn't want me to tell you, but I don't think he'll know. That he said it's pathetic that after all these years, Rory still can't flight his ball in the wind.
Just remember the Scottish Open shot. One of the best shots I've ever seen.
I know, but it was windy that day. But I mean, I just think he has trouble with low ball flights.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
totally agree.
Yeah,
He's not a flat ball hitter.
And when you hit a 4-iron, it's easy to hit it low, but when you're hitting a wedge into these holes, it's not.
Wasn't it windy at Pinehurst though? Not like this.
No.
Yeah.
And Pinehurst, you still wanted to come in high. And we were all about stopping power. That's why we had the 2.
Well,
Yeah, it's true.
That
was pathetic, man.
And his comments were awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Packed it up after the 4th hole.
So many guys came back from that. All he had to make up was like 4 shots.
Bob Mack did it. The guy was making triple after triple. Neiman.
JT,
We get to talk about Neiman too. Guy made 2 quintuples.
Oh my God.
What a cock.
The Open might be his best major.
He played really well for about 68 holes.
If you took those 2 holes out, well, he sucked on Sunday, so he doesn't finish well, but he's in the lead going into Sunday.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. He definitely wouldn't have won going into Sunday. I know that for a fact.
No. He's disappointing, man. He is.
And then the other guy, I don't know, anything else on Rory?
No, pathetic.
Okay. And then Tiger, man, you just got to give it up. It's time to take old Lassie out back.
I fucking said that on that New Zealand radio. I said, you got to take old Lassie out back. And the guy was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what he's doing to himself. I don't know if he's trying to, I think he's trying to convince himself when he says he can still win and play well. Like, I don't know. He can't truly believe that, right?
People ask me, he's like, should we bet Tiger to make the cut? I'm like, Tiger's not a real golfer. He's just a spectacle now for 2 rounds. He hasn't made a cut. He shoots 75 every fucking round.
He's a ceremonial guy.
Like, it's until he starts playing more events. You can't just play these 4 events at age 50.
You can't.
Like, it's just not possible at age 50 anymore. And I know it's physical limitations, but like, either stop playing some other events or don't play in these majors.
Yeah, you got to pick one. Are you a golfer or are you not a golfer?
Like, you can't just show up. You're not fucking. You used to be able to just show up. Like, remember when he had the incident with his wife there on Thanksgiving and didn't play until the fucking Masters, and he came 4th. Like, he could do that in his prime. But dude, you're 50 now and you can't walk. Like, you're not just going to be able to do that.
He needs reps. I mean,
I think he knows he needs reps. He even I think he started to realize this year and made him realize he needs reps. But
so what's he going to do now?
I'm hoping he can get some reps in. Like, he needs to play 3 times before Augusta if he wants any shot.
But he's not gonna.
When he won Augusta, he was playing.
And he can't be the hero either.
What are you talking about with the LIV shit?
No. Sorry, the Hero Open or whatever the fuck.
Oh, the Hero Open. Yeah, no. I'm talking about like events in like January and February.
Yeah, he needs to play real events.
Like, play the Genesis, go play API, and play the Players. What's wrong with that?
It's sad. It really is sad. I mean, and look at Clark, 55 years old, makes the cut, and he looks like he's fucking 70. But he said Portrush is going to be his last Open.
Look at Patty Harrington, finished 22nd.
Top 20 almost hit, man. He hadn't had one in a decade.
Devon, what do you got on Tiger?
So I totally agree with what Blake said. Like, another thing, you just said it for me. Like, oh, are you gonna bet Tiger to win? It's kind of funny. I got one reply to my tweet where I tweeted out my picks last week, and it says, "Go bet Tiger to win, you freaking coward." It's the only reply I got. The fuck? Like, guys, I've lost like 2 golfers in a month, and you're telling me to bet Tiger? Go away.
That's the time to do it.
You know, he's kind of like Anthony Kim, just a ceremonial guy.
I would bet AK to beat him.
AK probably would beat him.
Head to head?
AK's the best putter on LIV.
Dude, the match should be Tiger Woods versus AK.
That would be sick. Give me that.
I'm gonna tweet
Give
that
me
right now.
that.
See what it'll say. Dude, that
Tweet a
would be
poll out
awesome.
for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
tweet a poll out.
that was that. Tiger, I mean, any chance he plays 3 times or 2 times before the Masters? Real events?
No,
No chance at all?
no.
He's just going to play Genesis.
Yep.
How can you keep doing the same thing? Isn't that just the definition of insanity?
It is.
Why can't he play Memorial?
I don't know why he can't. I think he should.
Fucking hate this guy. He's my favorite fucking athlete of all time. I fucking hate him. I really want to fucking just punch him in the fucking face. He makes me so mad, especially with all this live shit. He fucking turned down the Ryder. I just hate everything that's going on with Tiger.
Do you hear people close to him said he turned it down because he thinks he can still make the team?
What? That can't be real.
Yes.
How is he going to make the team if he doesn't play golf?
I don't know. I'm gonna find where that was, but
I don't see that at all.
What's next? Westy for the Euros? He's playing well.
Westy is playing well.
okay. All right, we'll get into. You guys ready to get into the tournament or what?
Yeah.
I apologize for the CUDA. We should have been on Dunlap. I'm very mad.
Think?
I'm very mad about that. Yeah, young fucking studs win that. Akshay, Morikawa. I don't know why I didn't bet Dunlap. I'm so fucking pissed at myself.
Or at least tweeted that poll out.
But yeah, I'm ready for the
I'm gonna
3.
go vote.
Who are you voting for?
AK.
I think Tiger would win.
AK has a short game and he practices every day. I don't know what Tiger's doing. Like
AK would melt.
They both suck and one of them's plus money.
How do you know he's plus money?
You know who's gonna win that fucking vote, that poll. It's not gonna be close.
Tiger?
No, it's gonna be like 92-8. Yeah.
Someone just replied, "Give me AK all day at plus money."
He
What would
gets
the line
it.
be?
The line would be Tiger minus 130.
Oh, I think minus 220.
I think Tiger would be a bigger favorite.
You think? He shoots
Dude,
fucking
yeah.
80.
It's Tiger.
Doesn't matter. It's Tiger Woods, and fucking people just think AK sucks ass. She kind of does, but
yeah.
But dude, he gets 1% better every day.
I am in the category of people thinking he sucks ass. I think Tiger would whoop his ass.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'd take AK.
Give me AK at
2% for AK.
He's not plus 300.
I think he is,
Plus
man.
175.
It's a 9-hole match play. No one could be plus 200.
Oh, it's only 9 holes?
All right, we'll give him 18. I know that gives the advantage to AK, I guess.
I don't know. Does it?
Who the fuck knows?
Do they have to walk?
Oh, it's on TNT, so they don't have to walk.
Oh, that's a heavy advantage Tiger then.
Oh, that is. But this is the best reply you could get. You asked who wins. For Todd Pierce says the viewers.
Yeah, it's true. And someone else said who's bringing the blow. What line? People have
and the
What's the line?
Tiger
Tiger minus
would be
180.
the best match ever.
Tiger minus 180.
And AK's what? Plus?
They have to walk.
They have to walk.
I'm taking AK.
They don't walk in the match, though.
This one they do.
Okay. They have to walk. I mean, I would pound AK.
I tagged AK in it. I want to see if he replies. Give me AK. Someone says AK. Who's bringing the blow? That'd be a great match. That's what they got to do. Find out shit like that. Tiger would never do it.
Bring some hookers. Tiger would be all involved.
Yeah. All right. 3M open.
Tiger would be pissing on chicks.
Oh yeah. I wish he would embrace who he was, and maybe he would. I don't know. Yeah.
One question for you guys. 5-word review of Troon. Good, bad?
I
Just
thought it
the
was.
course.
Yeah, I thought it was all right. I thought it was better than Liverpool.
Yeah, I think it's a middle of the road course, which is good. It's not bad. It's not good. It's right in the middle of the rotation. It's fine. I think it definitely depends on wind to be good, but most of these courses do. There are definitely no memorable holes besides 11. I think 11 is pretty good. 8 is pretty good, but I don't love the finishing stretch. I think it was all right.
I don't think like when there's no wind, I don't like. It's just a wicked easy course.
I
And then when
agree.
there's wind, it's wicked hard. There's no middle ground.
Yeah.
But we definitely got what we
Yeah.
wanted out of majors. You got a single digit winner. Opens in general, just I don't know. Overrated, in my opinion.
That's my first ever Open winner actually, and 7 out of 8 Americans. That's why I'm wearing the flag here.
Yep.
Americans own the majors this year.
And Troon.
Yep.
All right. Okay, we're going.
Oh, wait. We didn't talk. It's just real quick. I'm glad Billy got involved in a major. Right?
Yeah.
It was good. Good to see him.
One of the good guys.
I like Billy.
So,
Billy's cool.
on to
Good for
3M.
Billy. All right, on to 3M.
Yeah.
All right, we got TPC Twin Cities. It is a par 71, 431 yards. It's an Arnold Palmer design. 6th season they've played there. Really flat course throughout, bent grass greens. Pretty easy to hit fairways, but 13 of the 18 holes do have water hazards in play. 156 guys here, a bunch of young studs, a couple good players. I'm looking at off the tee, approach, birdie or better. I got some course history, strokes gained in the Midwest. Definitely a link between Rocket Mortgage. We've seen a lot of players win both, or at least contend at both. And the leaderboard crossover definitely seems to be consistent with Mexico. Both those courses are driver heavy courses. Yeah. Anything to add on this course, Devon? You played Middle America Arnold Palmer courses a lot.
Yeah, I think you said it best, Matt. Very easy to hit greens, like you said. Easy to hit greens, easy to hit fairways. You have to be willing to take a chance. And, we were texting last night, and we agreed. Palmer courses are just Nicklaus courses for people that don't only hit fades off the tee. Like you can draw off the tee, you can hit a fade. Otherwise, it's just a Nicklaus course. And I think you're going to see guys that need to make birdies on short par 4s and take advantage of par 5s and 2. I think that kind of golf is what those two promote.
Distance has been a big advantage here. Bombers have done really, really well here. We hit champ here back in 2021 or 2020. That was 150, 125 to 1 that we got on that. That was a great hit. He was nails on Sunday. You remember that, Blake?
He had a lot of I know you're saying bombers. He had a lot of irons off the tee though. Remember?
Yeah.
On that Sunday. I know he's longer than everybody, so it's like hitting a 3-wood compared to everybody else. But 3M, I mean, that was awesome. That was one of the cooler hits we've had. And I enjoyed the hell out of it. But last year, the score got up to one guy got up to minus 24, ran away with it. We see some wind. I think this course is a lot better to watch than like the Rocket, right?
Yeah, it doesn't look too windy as of right now.
Doesn't. What's the actual
100%.
What's the actual town we're in?
We're in
Blaine, Minnesota.
Blaine, that's right. So
Well,
I remember a lot of these events.
I looked last night. Wasn't going to be much wind.
I'm looking now.
Only Saturday, I think, is going to be above 10.
So this was the famous. You remember we had Grillo?
Yeah.
That was here, right? Not the Rocket.
Yeah, that was
stuck
here
in that bunker.
Yes.
He had the lead. He made like a 7. He's still in that bunker.
Oh, that was when Piercy went in the water?
And then on the back 9 later that day, that's when Piercy fucking tried to go for the green out of that bunker and hit it like fucking 80 yards short into the water.
That was the best. He had a huge lead.
Huge lead.
5 or 6 shots on Sunday. I forgot about that. That was
5 or
2022.
6 shots on the back 9. Finau
Oh
was
my.
at least 4 back.
Yeah, I want to say Piercy was 17 under and Tony was 13 under at that
Yeah.
time. Tony won at 17 under. So you're right. It has played a little, hasn't played that easy every year. 2019 was Wolf, won at 21 under. Thompson, 2020, won at 19 under. Cam Champ won at 15 under. That one was kind of lower scoring. Finau, 17 under, and Hodges won at 24.
Finau
And he won by like 8.
Yeah. Finau won Rocket and 3M back-to-back weeks. I'm seeing some wind on Friday and Saturday.
I hope so. That'd be nice.
Gusts are high in the 20s,
Okay.
but it might be more overnight than during the day.
I actually, I had mentioned this to you guys on one of my first shows. I actually had tailed you guys on Cam Champ 115-1. Great memory there. We were talking about that last night.
That was a great win.
Um,
So yeah, a lot of water, right? This is one of the higher percentage of water balls.
13 of 18 holes.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So all right.
Would you say
Cool.
this is like a course, a Florida course in Minnesota?
I think there's some similarities.
I don't think it's a bad way to put it. Volatility. Yeah.
Yeah.
So longer hitters, but they're also just like Rocket. There are always some other guys involved. So I like the little mix of that. As of now, it seems like everyone who's going to play is playing. Burns seems like he's playing.
Okay.
All right, let's get into the current odds then.
So top of the board, we have Finau 10-1, and then you have Sam Burns and Thigala Akshay all at 20-1.
Burns, Thigala, Akshay, all at 20-1.
Akshay's
What is
down
Tony?
to 20, huh?
Yep.
I actually think Tony Finau is going to win.
Do you?
I'm not betting a 10-1, but I kind of think he's going to win. I think the miscut last week helps him. And I think prior to the miscut, which he played pretty well on the first day at the Open and then got caught in the bad weather. What was he?
Yeah, he was like -1 or something.
Yeah, Thursday.
And then he shot 10 over on Saturday. Friday.
He was
81.
Yeah.
67, 81.
Round 1, he shot 71, 81. And I just think prior to this, he's playing the best golf of the season for him. 3rd or 5th at the Travelers and a good U.S. Open. What's not to like about Finau? I'm not condoning a bet on him just because he's Tony Finau and he's 10-1, but I think he's a worthy favorite, and I think he's going to be there this week.
In general, how do you feel about guys last week? Are you worried about certain guys playing last week? Are you not?
I'm worried about Billy Horschel playing last week. Yeah.
So people who took meaningful shots on Sunday?
Exactly.
Okay. And knowing everything else, you don't care if they missed the cut. You don't care if they played Cuda.
Am I worried about Burns?
The more you mention win, the less I think Sam Burns.
Right.
And I will add to that, Blake, on Billy. When we were on Champ, I went right back to the well on Louis after having my heart ripped out at Royal St. George. And Louis on the 72nd hole lipped out from 130, would have been a playoff. So he was still there.
How'd he do at the 3M?
That's what I'm saying. He lipped out.
Oh, lipped out at the 3M. Wow.
At the 3M on the 72nd hole. Yeah, It was like when Champ won, he could have, on the 18th, he lipped it from 130, would have forced a playoff.
Well, also, I don't think Billy is the caliber player of Louis, and this is probably his first ever sniff at a major. I feel like it's a big letdown here.
Yeah, he final group. I mean,
Final
definitely.
group had the lead, 54-hole leader. Like this is like he's never been in that. Like it's crazy. He's never been in that position, and he's 38 years old, and he's won a FedEx Cup. Like he's done some things in golf. He just has never done it in the majors. So I feel like it's gonna be a big letdown for him.
Yeah, I think so. I agree. It's just a lot emotional. But he is one maybe the type of player who could see him in the mix a little bit. So I'm not incredibly concerned. But top of the board, Finau, I definitely think he's a threat. I was thinking about maybe we just hammer like a top 10.
I don't hate that. What is it going to be though?
Plus
120.
120.
That's my plan. I'm with you, Matt. I like it
Plus
a lot.
120.
Yeah, I have a hard time seeing him not involved. There's no way, right?
He's got great history, along with the first. He has a 7th and a 3rd here. He's played it every single year that they've played it.
And
So
he has
like,
some.
Keeps coming back.
Yeah, I have a friend that's from Minneapolis actually, and he's a big Tony Finau fan, and he always tells me like every year he's like Tony loves this place, like his family, something about it, like they just like being up there. I don't know if they have family up there or something, but it's sentimental event.
So
Yeah, the family comes. I feel like it's just a bunch of Finals, and they're always in the mix.
he's minus 140 for a top 20. He's plus 140 for a top 10.
I like the minus 140.
Yeah, what is?
Right?
Yeah.
It seems like free money.
Yeah, I think that's the play.
I'm writing that down.
Okay, we're betting.
Good call, Blake.
Finau top 20. Anything with a 1 in it on Finau top 20.
Yeah, and then maybe we don't get drilled if we don't win, but he is in the mix.
Okay, I got no interest in Burns.
Nope.
I'm off. Yeah, I even more so on Sahith for me personally.
Okay,
I agree. Water, he's too inaccurate off the tee. His course history sucks. That's probably why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next guy.
I don't bet bad drivers in at that number. So we got Akshay 20, JT Poston 30, Luke Clanton 20, they got this out of order. So in the 20s we have Akshay, Clanton, Poston, Billy. We got into Billy, and then Keith Mitchell was creeped into the 30-1.
Okay, so we bet Akshay at 28-1 when it came out on DraftKings. I wasn't going in this planning on betting him, but last night I remember saying that it's not something we can ignore considering the fact that the Rocket Mortgage link is so close to the 3M, and he almost won that. He should have won that, but he didn't. Not to mention he's a really accurate driver of the ball, one of the most accurate drivers of the ball on tour lately, and he's not short either. He can attack these par 5s and 2. I just think he's probably the second best player in the field, and he was 28-1, so I love that number. If I saw the 20 originally, would I have bet it? Probably not, but I'm happy with the 28. Blake, did you get any 28 anywhere?
I haven't bet him yet.
Okay. Now, how do you feel about him?
Basically what you just said. That's how I feel about him.
And are you going to
I
bet
don't
the 20?
personally see him winning, but I don't know. That 28, I didn't expect.
What if he is just one of these next guys?
Yeah, I could definitely see him winning. I think he's just more talented than every single one of these players besides Finau.
I like that he missed the cut on the number.
It was on the number?
7 over.
Okay. Although he was he did have the good draw.
I know.
He was our only guy who had the good draw.
But 7's not that bad.
No.
First ever Open.
Soft course versus links. Nothing. There's no correlation there. He's playing well.
Oh, I agree. He's playing well. Yeah.
And isn't he Mexico, Bahamas, Rocket, all these links he's played well at?
Long course guy.
So what Data Golf had the most similar course to this course being Albany. That's where he won in the Bahamas.
Really? I guess it makes sense. A lot of water.
Yeah, a lot of water, driver heavy. he's also in the top 5 in strokes gained total on courses that are driver heavy.
Yeah, because he's fucking fucks off the tee.
Yeah, with driver. He just is so good with his driver. I mean, he's accurate and long. He's incredibly accurate.
Has he played there before?
He has not.
Okay.
Matt, there's one thing. Is there the weekend at Rocket, he was starting to lose the driver a little bit left. You think that's just golf being golf, or do you think that maybe we're losing some of that?
Yeah, I think good question. I think it probably is golf being golf, but yeah, that was something to keep an eye on. Thinking about it now, hasn't he done really well at a lot of the courses Finau has done well?
Yeah. Houston.
I mean, Travelers, they're both top 5. Rocket Mortgage, he was second. Houston, yep. I don't know. Does Tony play Valero? That's what he won. But Mexico, obviously. Puerto Rico, he has a second at Puerto Rico. Tony won Puerto Rico back in his heyday.
Yeah, so I think we could maybe look at Akshay on Tony courses. I think that might be a good little call. What is Valero again? What course?
I think
that's the Oaks course, TPC San Antonio.
I think you think that because they have the same skin tone.
Okay, this is terrible, but I told you guys during Canada that I had a dream of like somebody with a brown skin complexion winning it. Well, this is basically freaking Canada, so maybe this is my dream.
It could be. Hey, 2017 Valero Texas Open, Tony Finau, T3, baby.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. I mean, Devon's the hottest golf better in the world. So if he's on Akshay, I'm going to bet Akshay this week.
All right. Akshay it is. I think he sucks up a big chunk of win equity in this field. So I'm happy to be on it. Doesn't happen. But I like the number that we got. I love the number we got, 28. So next guy.
25-1. We have Luke Clanton.
25-1, Luke Clanton. He's now 28. Like the 28, I think this is the course where we saw Morikawa and Wolf duel when they first came out. It's a straight, flat course. Like there's no tricks, nothing that a young player like wouldn't be used to seeing on a golf course. And his ball striking numbers are fucking absolutely insane. In my model, everything that you want to be done, he does. He ranks second in the model to Mitchell for some reason, but I don't know why. In strokes gained total in the Midwest, he's 4th. Off the tee, he's 2nd. Approach, he's 13th. Birdie or better, he's 1st. He just makes a ton of birdies. He's great ball striker. He fucking absolutely pumps it off the tee. Question is it too soon? Is the amateur going to win? All those are concerns, but I think he's kind of a class above in terms of ball striking.
Before I gave it to Devon, I mean, first in the Midwest, he's played fucking 3 events. We're in the Midwest. That's kind of not fair.
Well, how many events is there?
I know. I'm just saying he's only played 2 or 3 events, and they've all been in the Midwest. I hope he's the best since he finished his top 10. And
he was number 1 off the tee at Pinehurst too.
Wow.
Go ahead, Devon. He's your guy. So
this is the winner, man. He's not gonna be enrolling in fall classes. Like, it's over. Move out of the dorm.
He's your winner. Pick to win.
Yeah. I've had this one circled for 3 weeks. I mean, fuck, I thought he was going to win the Deer when I had the winner. He had the 3rd best 72-hole score in Deer history. And then he went to the Barbasol, and it was his 3rd straight week playing a competitive event. It's just really hard to make 70 birdies in 14 days. So I think, all right, give him a week off. And in 5 years, he's the best player in this field. I think he's Vic Jr.
So we're going to get 2 amateur winners in a year, not to mention Dunlap won for a 2nd time last week.
I could see it. I really could. I mean, I think Clanton's better than Dunlap. I would say that easily, actually.
I wish I could fix both their faces. They're fucking terrible.
Clanton's look like a redneck.
Hey, looking at Fantasy National here, this is how green he is. putting surfaces. There's only one bent. The other, there's no stats on the other ones.
At least we're on bent.
At least
And
we're on bent.
Clanton, I can just from studying his game the last few years and having some familiarity there, I don't think he's a bent guy. I think everybody can be a bent guy. He's going to be a Florida guy.
Oh,
He's-
clearly.
He is, I think, Bermuda, East Coast, Carolina, all that. Oh, my God. But off
But
the
the
tee-
Dunlap thing is so weird to me. He's won twice in California. I just picture him being a Southeast guy.
birdie guy, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, go ahead with Clanton.
Yeah, I think he's the best driver of the ball in the field. The combo of accuracy, power, it's like 184 ball speed, and he doesn't have to watch it. He played fine at the Barbasol. He just couldn't make anything. It's hard to stack up birdies like that. And like you said, Matt, it's a great point. Wolf and Morikawa. I'm not a Matt Wolf guy. I never have been. Okay, Matt Wolf, and he has been the logic. Like, I bet Clanton at Rocket because Wolf was there. It's like, okay, Wolf was the same age. He also hit the ball hard, hit it pretty straight. I'm like, Matt Wolf's just not as good at golf as Luke Clanton is, or at the same age. I don't think it's.
Yeah, the similarity is they both came out and were automatically already an elite driver.
Yeah, and Clanton is an elite iron player too.
Same with Champ.
Same with Champ.
Yeah, like
It's an elite driver. Elite driver is phenom, an elite driver.
and
Those guys have done well here.
And you know me, like even if it's not a course where driver matters, I'm looking at driver because if you're not playing from the fairway, I'm not putting my money on you.
His driver was
and
so great at Barbasol. It's the best it's been all season.
Yeah.
What has he gained each week, Blake?
U.S. Open 4.3, Rocket 4.3, John Deere 3.9, Barbasol 6.4.
The guy just fucking pumps that thing.
Dude, it's imagine Vic walking down Scotty at Olympia Fields where he was just pick it up, go. That's Clanton every time. It's the same shot shape. It's like I'm watching Vic again in my mind. Like I've seen it before.
Does Clanton hit a little farther than Vic?
I'd say a little further. Hits it a little higher.
It's not like
But
he does this like in one round. Like some people's stats come out one round. Like it's basically over one every single round that he plays.
Yeah, it's not hit or miss. It's just consistently great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's cut from the same cloth as the Nords that we love. And just in terms of what he does the hard stuff so well. Clanton, like we were talking about making birdies from 40 yards off the green. Like that's my only concern with him. Get up and down from 30 yards.
Looking at fairways gained. It's just 5.4, 4.4, 4.1, 6.9. Good drives gained. Just
She's the longest and the straightest so far.
yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, take a shot on that. This course has shown that it can produce a young, inexperienced winner.
Oh yeah. I mean that year was Morikawa and Wolf.
If Clanton wins this week, I'll fly up to Massachusetts and we'll do a live show.
That'd be great. So
I'm dead serious about that too. You have me on word. Luke Clanton's the winner, and you'll see us three in the same room.
all right, sounds good.
I'll do a lot of things if Clanton wins. Okay. I need a winner bet.
Yeah.
Did you bet that yet?
I bet Clanton. Yes. Yes, I did.
Yeah, I originally bet the 25 on DK, and I added more on. We got a 27 something, so we added some on that too.
Awesome. Let's
I'm
go.
so there.
I'm
All
here
right.
for it.
I think we get a good deal of win equity with those two guys in that range. So let's move on.
That I agree. We're paying for a sweat at the top. Okay, into the 40s. You got Keegan, Pendrith, Nick Dunlap, EVR, P-Rod, Grillo, and Hadwin.
These two guys were the first that popped out to me in my head. And then last night I felt like it was a moment of clarity when I decided this guy was going to win, and that was Hadwin. So I'll start with Hadwin. I love the Rocket crossover. He's been great on the Midwest and on bent grass. I think that's kind of what he's done. He Was a first round leader at Memorial not too long ago. Came in third there, which was a really good result for him. And he's been playing pretty steady since then. Lost in a playoff at Rocket, which we already talked about being a major comp. He's hitting the ball pretty well. I just think he's one of those, we talked about the long drivers, the straight drivers. Those are the guys that are in that. But then the other side of it, there are the Michael Thompsons and the Lee Hodges, that type of skill set. Make birdies, can hit a great wedge, third of a par 5, hit it close. He's having a really consistent, pretty good season. Gained strokes off the tee in an approach at the Open, even though he missed the cut. Lost putting, fine with that. He's a great putter on bent grass. So yeah, I like Hadwin there at 50, 55. I think is a good number.
Yeah, he has a 6th and a 4th year in 21 and 19. He gained approach those weeks. Isn't he just like a way better version of Michael Thompson?
Yeah.
Right? I like Hadwin 50-1. He's just one of those guys. Get a hot putter, but he also has his stretches where he can gain 6 or 7 on approach if you get him on the right week. So I see no reason why not to bet this.
Valspar, Data Golf has as a comp. I don't know how much I agree with it. Probably a lot of water could be why, but he was 5th at Valspar this year too.
He's won the Valspar before too.
We won that in 2014.
Yeah, a long time ago.
He hasn't won in a decade.
He hasn't won an event in a decade?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
2014 Valspar. That's his only win.
That's not his only win. He won 2017 Valspar. He's won before, man.
He's a 2-timer at Valspar?
He won 2017 Valspar.
Maybe I just got the year wrong. I thought he only had 1 win.
What? I feel like he's had another win. Okay. I guess the big question is, Devon, are you on him?
I am. Actually, I was texting Matt last night, and I love it. I love the read. I needed a card because originally I was just sitting here saying Tony, Clanton, screw everybody else. But Hadwin, I think if you need guys that are going to do the things well that aren't drive the ball, it's like, hey, we need wedge guys. We need putters. Like a Lee Hodges that wins by 7. Like Hadwin's probably a better golfer than Lee Hodges, is he not? Similar
Definitely
type guys, little wedge guys. I mean, I've bet Hadwin in the past. Actually, last year in Memphis, I was on him, and he played well. So, and you guys mentioned how you were on him at the playoff for Rocket. So, definitely have a feel for him in this region, and I like it. And I think it's worth noting on Canada that everybody wanted to bet him that week. His wife is very outspoken on Twitter, and she was communicating all of his club travel. His clubs didn't come in till Wednesday, the week of the Canadian Open. So, probably something to that.
He always plays well in this region, huh? It's got to be a Canadian thing.
Yeah, it's like almost he loves the region. It's almost like a Troy Merritt. He's like a souped up Troy Merritt.
Yeah. Hadwin only has 1 PGA win.
And it's the Valspar, right?
Yep. He's got a bunch of Canadian tour wins.
That makes sense. I love Hadwin this week.
This is basically Canada. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Next
I get a
guy.
question.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, what's the question?
I'll ask when we get to the guy.
Okay. Next guy we got is Grillo. We've been on before here. He should have won, I think, the year when he got caught in that bunker, 2021. He has a runner-up here. He has a T4 here. This is one of his spots. I liked what he did at the Open last week. He played pretty well. He gained strokes on approach, which what you always want to see with Grillo. I think, there's definitely winning questions with him, but I think getting over the hump last year at Valero was a good thing for him. And I think if he gets back in the mix, he could be all right. I think he's a better player than we might think he's been. I mean, could he be like a guy who knocks off a cheap major like a Duffner or something?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't think so.
All right. Maybe I'm too high on him then. But go to the comps. This course, Rocket, Mexico. He's good at all of them.
Yeah, and he's a form guy. I know the results haven't really shown it, but prior to the Scottish, he gained on approach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight events. And then you said the Open he did. And even at the Scottish, he wasn't even that bad. He lost 0.5. So
He gained 3 strokes on at the Open.
okay, so we know once Grillo gets hot, he stays hot for a few weeks. I kind of just feel like Grillo's kind of getting to that point where he's hot for a month.
We're entering Grillo season.
Yeah. You never know when Grillo season is.
No.
But when it's there, he's in the mix for a little bit, once a year. So it's a gut feel, I think, because his results aren't really showing it, but I feel like we're almost there with him.
So I looked at courses where water was in play, strokes gained, and he was in the top 10 or 15 there. Doesn't hit it in the water all that often. He's another guy who's like pretty reliable off the tee. He's not crazy long, but he's definitely pretty straight. Let's see. Yeah, so he's plus 0.5 per round in driving accuracy. Right now, he's minus 0.4 in distance. Approach, he's plus 0.8. And he's been pretty good on putting this season. He's up and down, but he has gained strokes putting in 3 of his 4 starts here.
Yeah, Ben's his best surface besides Paspalum.
I to be honest with you, we got a 55. I thought he was going to be 35.
Really? He just hasn't been that great.
But just they usually knock the course history a lot in the odds.
Are people run into Bet Grillo?
I certainly was. Not sure what that does for you, but
Matt, I got to ask you. You were running to bet somebody here at 55-1. What made you pull Grillo over Mr. John Vegas?
Yeah, I really wanted to bet Johnny Vegas this week. I just think that number is fucking unfair.
It is unfair.
I thought it was going to be my thought going into the week, and now I'm full. It doesn't matter, but it was like I would like 125, but if I get it 80, 90, I guess I'll reluctantly bet it. And I saw 55. Like, how the fuck can you bet 55? I mean, he is hitting it well. Ball striking is good. He's won in Canada. We talked about how that's kind of similar here. He's good on the service. He's good at Rocket. He's good at 3M. He has course history. He's the first round leader here in 2021. The one big question when you're betting outrights is, can the guy win a fucking golf tournament? And the answer is he can't.
He can't. Besides 2 Canadian Opens.
Yeah, I mean, and now he's coming off an injury. He's getting up there in age. He even said himself he wasn't fully 100%. I liked what he did at Rocket. I think he could be involved. I'm not saying he's going to suck. I like him, like a DraftKings play, whatever. I just question if he can get over the line.
That tubby belly's getting a little bigger by the day. He's getting up there.
Do you think he could win?
No, I don't. But he's damn.
First
playing
round
good.
leader fix for Johnny Vegas.
He's playing good.
There are 2 guys that if they win, I'll be forced to kill myself. He's one of them.
Who's the other one?
The other one is Chan Kim.
No, you got nothing to worry about that one. I'd be more worried about this one.
What if Vegas gets to 80? Could you sprinkle it?
Yeah, hell yeah. It's not fair. It's not a fair number.
It's not fair. He's 80 on Bet Rivers, apparently. It was what Lack told me. I guess Lack must be betting him.
It's fucking bullshit is what it is.
Yeah, they know that how funny is to bet. You're paying a tax on that.
Hey, his fucking Fantasy National page is fire. It's fucking great.
And if he wins, imagine. I think this is what the tax is. If he wins and you're on it, how fun of a fucking time would that be?
It's a great time. I love Johnny Vegas.
Like even winning on Hadwin, is that really that fun?
It's a terrible time, I'm sure.
I mean, so I'm nervous about it a little bit. So I might just see if we get an 80. I mean, it's not worth fucking leaving my kids fatherless. So
I might add, I am not with you guys on Grillo, but I actually like him more than I did before we started the show.
That's what the show's for, isn't it?
Yeah, I see the appeal there. Whereas last night when I was texting, I was like, no, I see it. but I am not on him for clarity.
Okay, good, because I need someone that you're not on, because as hot as you are and as good as it is to tail that, the chances of you winning 4 straight weeks it gets dramatically smaller each week. So that's just the way
That's
life works.
how I felt. Yeah, that's how I felt last week. I told you guys for 2 months. I'm like, man, Xander won the PGA. My card's kind of screwed unless Ludwig does it, and he was on the wrong end of the draw. It's like I just stacked up. I got a lot of good numbers. I'm like, I mean, the weather has screwed me so many times. Max Homa was my best at Liverpool because of the weather. So I'm
Well, I think
sitting
my
there
argument about your chances of winning in these many consecutive weeks went extremely in your favor with the fact that was a bet you placed a long time ago.
Right.
I agree. Like that's how I almost wonder. Like I'm so
you ain't
torn
betting,
on how to.
You ain't betting X at 12-1. Right.
Well, I told you blank card I would have. It would have
really?
been X Hatton Brooks. Yeah, X at 14.
Okay.
It would have been X Hatton Brooks on the. Pretty sure I said that on the show last week.
You may have. Give me the next range.
Okay, so once you get into the 60s, 70s, you've got Matt McNeely.
Wait. We had a 50. There's a 50. Weren't we considering Ben Griffin?
Yeah, we were considering Ben Griffin. I said I liked him. You liked him. Devon was very, very anti Ben Griffin and was pleading with me not to bet him.
Okay, give us the reason why.
Dude, I don't bet on bad drivers of the golf ball. I never will. Like that guy sucks balls with the driver. It's that simple. He doesn't hit it far. He doesn't hit it straight. He has winning problems. Matt 3 weeks ago said, I knew when Ben Griffin was over that putt in Canada that he had no chance of making it. So like, yeah, fuck that guy. And I was, yeah, he's actually 60-1 now. He was on that list of 60s I was getting ready to read. He's just not going to win. And I took Ben Griffin as a single bullet, 150-1 at the Wyndham when he got fourth. It was his first PGA event. I am all for Ben Griffin, and like I see the appeal. Birdie guy, not a winner.
Definitely not a
Needs
winner.
to be.
He's a clear loser.
Needs to be 100.
Clear loser.
Yeah, guys,
Trust me. He pissed away the fucking Sanderson for me this year. Trust me, I know he's a fucking loser.
Yeah. You guys have said he's way too much of a loser to be on board with him for this golf course, in my opinion. So I love that we're not.
Isn't he playing good golf though?
He was good in Canada. I don't know what else he did. Good in Canada.
Fifth at the Deer.
Oh, that's right. He lurked a little bit.
He played great on the back nine on Sunday. He was trying to chase him down. He was drilling putts.
Yeah. I was so convinced that one was over, but you're right. Him and Clanton and Thor all kind of went at it.
So you're not betting it, Matt?
I don't know. I haven't ruled it out, I guess.
Okay. There's your Ben Griffin. I don't want to speak about him anymore. So next range.
Yeah, he's a fucking piece of shit. All right. Next range.
Okay.
Was there anyone else we have in this range? Do we have to talk about all of them?
No, we don't, unless you wanted to get on Thor. Talk about Thor at 70-1.
He's 70 now.
Yeah.
I think that's a bet, man. I don't know.
Do you?
I do. Yeah. I was looking at a 50, and I was like, man.
Can you tell me what his stats have been like? Awful.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Hold on.
66 on Rivers.
Let me refresh. Finished last week at the CUDA. He made the cut. I know that.
No, yeah. He was shitty on Saturday and Sunday, I think.
Okay, so he was second at the John Deere. 4.5 off the tee, 5.1 approach. 12.1 tee to green. Then he was terrible at Barbasol. Awful off the tee. Missed the cut. And then last week at the CUDA,
he was 61st.
61st. I think they have stats on the CUDA. Fantasy National doesn't pull it up.
They're not on Data Golf either. Oh, they do. He lost 1.6 on approach. He was neutral off the tee. He lost 2.4 on the green, 2 putting.
Man.
He's been playing like shit. That's the problem.
What was the Deer?
But he was good at the Deer last year. He could just be a Deer guy.
70 for the talent.
I mean, I cannot argue with that. I think he's a really good talent, and
I thought he was 50.
we saw the back nine of the Deer how he was kind of charging. Like that version of him obviously is very appealing.
Okay.
Who has a better chance to win, him or Vegas?
Him.
Him or Griffin?
Him.
He's 70. Let's see, where is he? He's still 50 on DK.
River 66 is what I found.
Dude, when Matt Wolf won, the prior 2 weeks, so he played 3 straight weeks. He was 80th at the Travelers, miscut at the Rocket, and then he won 3M.
Wow.
I mean, I will say, I know we debated this, Clanton versus Thor. I do think Clanton is a level better than him. He is not 25-1 versus freaking 65-1 better than Thor. That's ridiculous.
Dude, I mean, I just think the talents and what
But
we've
do we
seen
have
at
it?
this
I don't
event,
have fucking Bet Rivers.
I think he just let it muster. Let it sit there, marinate, and it'll get better on your sites.
Okay. Let's
Don't
see.
bet it.
What he is
Don't
now.
bet it at the moment.
Let's see what he is now. Thor Bjornsson. I don't want to miss it. That's for fucking sure. And I think this is a number where we definitely kick ourselves if we missed it.
We would. At 70. I mean, I was looking at a 50 on DK. I was like, got to think about a 50. But
the thing is, if he was playing well, he'd be 35.
Yep.
He was fucking him and Clanton were he was 20 at the Barbasol, wasn't he? Or it was Clanton then him?
And he closed like 14, Blake. Clanton closed like 9-1.
Thor's 51-70 right now.
Okay.
I mean, fuck, there's probably a better chance he wins than Hadwin.
Yeah. It's basically like Dunlap. Like you're just playing around all these career losers, but you've been winning your whole entire teenage life. That you just know how to fucking win. And that's why Dunlap, like, he was playing around fucking, I don't even know who the guys were. Mark Messier and fucking some other stiff. Pat Rogers was up there.
It's a born loser.
Rico Hoey.
Yeah, Rico. These are like 30-year-olds.
They suck.
Like, they haven't won dick in 10 years. But you know what?
Yeah.
Dunlap's been winning his whole life. They have the winning in them at the moment.
Totally agree. And I totally love that. Makes perfect.
That's why I think he has a better chance to win than Hadwin.
Dunlap could win again this week, and I'm not surprised in the slightest.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bet on that, but if he won, I wouldn't be surprised. Do you want the next?
I don't know. I don't care about a range. I mean, we're going an hour and a half. Let's just talk about guys we like.
Okay. So you put me on to Jake Knapp. Do you like that one?
I like Jake Knapp just because you get the Mexico crossover. He's one of those guys. He's champ. To me, he's champ. That's who he is. He might suck ass, might come in dead fucking last. I don't know, but there are a couple courses he can win on. He both won Mexico, or he won Mexico champ, was top 3 or whatever at Mexico. They're the same guy. They're both great drivers of the golf ball. Can't really do anything else, but this is the course you can be just a great driver of the ball and win. Matt Wolf, Cam Champ. So I just think it's a good time to take a shot. 80-1, weak field, and I was gonna pass, but then I looked at the fact that he shot a 65 yesterday, made me feel a little bit better that he might be playing okay, because I thought he was playing pretty terrible. And I hate Jake Knapp, so if I'm betting him, you probably should. Makes some sense.
I almost bet him last week at the CUDA at 50-1. Yeah, everything you said is spot on. He's Cam Champ to a T.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm getting there, but yeah, I see the appeal. If I can fit him, I will.
I'm in on 90-1. I like it. He makes birdies. He can win off the tee.
Why is Kitayama fucking 50?
He's a better player.
But he hasn't done dick in fucking since API. But he's starting to show a little bit. I wanted to bet him, but I same with Vegas. I can't do the 50.
I'm fine not betting him. There's the other guys I'd rather bet.
Okay. And then I bet Andrew Novak. I don't know. Got a feel on him.
What was he, 100?
Nope. Not that good.
70?
75, I bet. All right. 7th at the Deer, 20th at the Rocket, 14th at the Canadian. All comp bent courses. Stat wise, he's great. 3 straight top 20s before the Scottish. Not holding the Scottish against them. Best surfaces bent. I don't know. Is he capable of winning? Probably not. Finished 8th at Mexico. Another comp. I don't know. That's it.
He's probably capable of winning. I mean, if Michael
Florida
Thompson
guys.
and
Yeah, Lee Hodges fucking won. He's not Lee Hodges?
He
Can't be Lee Hodges? Same fucking guy.
I agree. I'm not going to bet him just because there's so many other guys that I would have to die if they won.
But
But
definitely betting Vegas.
no, Vegas. I'm not unless it's 80. I'm not touching it. And Thor Bjornsson, if it gets above 60, I agree. We probably should fucking pull the trigger.
Anyone else, Devon?
With you guys being Thor guys, I do think you have an obligation to do that. There's somebody I'm on, and Matt kind of told me to go fuck myself, and I don't blame him. Austin Eckroad at 90-1. I've thrown a lot of money at that well in the last year or two. I was not on him at Honda, actually, so that sucks. But I think he is an absolute flusher. He hits it as straight as can be. His win came at Honda, where there's a ton of water on the golf course. He is a guy that I think I'm on Eckroad at 90, and I'm at Berger at 150. I think there's just win equity there, and hey, one of them will make putts this week, right? They're flushers.
Didn't Berger have a knee injury?
Berger's been shitty. That is just, I thought he'd be 80-1, and he's double that.
He withdrew last week.
You ever go to church and they pass around that little basket?
That's Daniel Berger.
That's Daniel Berger.
This season, yeah.
I haven't bet him yet this year, so fuck if he wins, I'm pissing gold or something.
I haven't bet him this year either, but I've thought about it.
I haven't. I've never even thought about it. Just too soon.
Yeah.
And last guy, I took Chandler Phillips at 150-1.
Ooh, I don't mind that.
I don't mind that either.
Everybody on the planet wanted to bet him the last 2 weeks at courses that were not as good of fits for him. He has not been as good an approach, but a lot of that is cause effect with where he was putting himself off the tee. This week, he's going to have that driver. I was doing my map out how I do every week, just as if I were going to play in it. Chandler, I think he's off the tee. He should be able to be neutral at worst, and that's a guy that usually isn't, because he's easy to hit fairways. And I think he'll give himself chances, and he can roll it. He is an absolute putter. I believe he's gained, I have it written down here, hold on. He's gained putting in his last 5 events.
Yeah,
and
good putter.
Everybody wanted to bet him the last month in this whole swing. He played all right. He put rounds together, not tournaments. 10th in Canada, which is 2 hours from this golf course.
Tom's definitely going to bet him.
Yeah, no risk.
Is he?
He was there at Valspar. You brought up Innisbrook. He was there. That was his breakout party.
I don't hate it.
Let me see what he's been.
Isn't he just that guy who if he's in the lead going into Sunday, he has no chance to win?
I don't know, man. I liked what I saw at Valspar out of him.
Yeah, so this is a little bit of bias, but like he's one of those Texas win guys. You know how they are and like how I talk about them. Texas win guys, they're all like if Chandler Phillips misses a 4-footer to win the tournament, he's going to go home, drink a Miller Lite, and shoot a deer. Like, he's all right. I don't think he keeps it light. That's how those guys are. He's a Texas guy.
I don't hate it. If I get rum, maybe.
How'd Scott Piercy 350?
I'm gonna pass.
He's
still on tour?
He's in the field.
Wow.
All right.
Give me some live UK thoughts here. Maybe
Okay.
talking to Chubby about him.
Chubby is a member there. It's his course. He brokered the deal getting LIV there. LIV is actually paying a fee. JCB, the course, is paying a fee to LIV to make this called LIV UK by JCB. It's going to be a pretty, I think, multi-year arrangement between them. Course, I think it's going to be a birdie fest. High teens. I would say the winner would be. I think there's some holes you can bomb it. There are 2 drivable par 4s, but 2 of the 3 par 5s are going to be 3-shotters for everybody. So I think you can, I think shorter hitters can win, but it's going to be birdies. There's going to be a lot of birdies being made. And it's tree lined, a lot of dog legs. That's about all I got.
Bent, right?
Bent
grass. And what do you say about the fairways?
Bent
fairways too. Okay. Bent. I went to my guy DJ over the weekend, 35-1.
I love it.
I don't know if it's. I thought DJ played very well, barring the back 9.
Oh,
yesterday.
He played awesome.
Huh?
He played awesome.
Back 9. He played really, really well on Saturday. Besides that one swing he had on 17, but Saturday he was hitting every fairway, every fucking green. He was featured with Brooks, and Brooks was fucking awful. DJ was he was hitting some fucking shots. That was such a tough course on Saturday, and he had one bad swing, made double, bad spot on 17. Other than that, he was 1 under for the day, and I just think from what we've been hearing, I mean, Chubby even mentioned it on the pod you did with him last week. He's been grinding. I think he's kind of embarrassed of how he's played the last 3 months, and I think 35-1 is just too massive of a number. Would I bet a 20? Probably not, but maybe. I wouldn't bet anything in the teens, but 35-1, I couldn't stare at it and not bet it. So
he's been pretty good in London. First 2 trips, top 10s in both.
yeah.
And I've talked to multiple people who have told me that he's grinding his ass off. And Claude said it on his podcast that, like you said, he's embarrassed. He's better than what he's showing. You might not see it in the results and the way he's playing. And this was before he started playing a little bit better. But trust me, he's working hard. He's working hard. So I just think this narrative that he's not good anymore has gone too far. 35 is too big of a number. He's good on LIV. He can win LIV events. Even when he's not at his best, he's won LIV events. He's built. I think he's just one of those players who's built to win those events.
Yeah, he's not as good as he was in 2020 when he was fucking dominating everything, won the Masters, won like 3 other events, but he still has it in him.
And he is a fucking absolute hog on him. Like if he's in the mix, he's gonna make that putt to win. Just like we said when he won the first event this year, the second event this year, we're like it's a 15-footer to win. He's making it. Like there's so many guys who are missing that, and he's not one of them. If he's in the mix, if he gets a sniff of this thing, he's gonna go and win it.
I remember messaging you that week. I'm like, fuck, because we had somebody. We had who? Casey.
Yeah.
We had somebody involved, and I was like, fuck, you just know DJ's making these.
Yeah.
Like it was just prime DJ. I was like, fuck. So hopefully.
So DJ 35, another guy, you brought him up to me, and I really like it a lot. I brought him up to Chubby as well, who said he thinks he's a good course fit. Paul Casey, 40-1. When he was playing well earlier in the season, he was like 20, 22 every week.
Yep.
Now he's double. Now he's 40, and he's won in the UK. I think it's a good course for him. Plotters can do well here, make some birdies. He was in the mix in Singapore when it was a birdie fest, so we know he can do that. I love the 40 number.
Yeah, so he finished second, or he lost in the playoff to Answer. wasn't Singapore, it was Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
And then after the few events after that, he just was at his peak, and then he kind of played like shit for a couple of events, and now he's starting to play better again. The last few events he's been good. Nashville he was involved, and Valderrama he was involved. So I mean 40-1 I think was a no-brainer bet for us.
Absolutely. And the last guy we've already bet is Sam Horsfield, 150-1. I think it's down to 70, 80 now. I would still bet it because this guy is in spectacular form. He was second in Nashville. He played great. He made the cut at did he make the cut at the Open? But he was at one point he was playing really no, he missed it. He got caught in that bad wave, but he started off really, really well. And he was second at Nashville, 23rd at Valderrama, which I think is pretty good. He gained 2 strokes off the tee in his 2 rounds at the Open last week, and he gained almost a stroke on approach. He wasn't good around the green, wasn't good putting. He's a UK guy. He's won events in the area before.
Got a couple of England guys.
Yeah, you could have an England guy. He's a good young player who's starting to come around into form, getting healthy. Yeah, he missed a lot of time. Main kicker here, he's a member of the course. That's the main reason we're betting him. But he's playing better.
He is. Definitely.
I love it. I want to back it up with a T10 or something.
Oh, yeah. That's a great play.
Finau top 20, Horsfield top 10.
Parlay him. Those of you guys who can do that legally.
Still can't live legally in Mass.
No, there's like no way to bet it.
Also, very scared of Rahm.
Yeah, that's the direction I headed, Blake. I'm on. It is so stupid. I hit Neiman at Jeddah, and I think since every time I bet a live guy, they just go ahead and win the next event. I am not doing that again. Rahm was good at Troon. I had him at Valderrama. I don't want to take Bryson. I'm not taking DJ at 25-1, 22, 25, whatever I had it at. I would 35. I mean, cannot hate that at all. I love that for you guys. I think he will be there. John Rahm was 8-1 on Caesars this morning. I hope that they live to regret that. Because
wow.
I didn't think he was bettable this morning. Yeah, I thought 6-1.
On the site that you and I both have, Devon, that Blake doesn't have, Finau is 12-1. Chandler Phillips is 175.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff there.
And there's another one that I looked at. Oh, one guy I was looking at that I didn't talk about. Novak is 90. Patrick Fishburne was 70. He's 85. He's really good off the tee. Wallace is 80. Hoster is 80. Vegas is 65. And Thor is 60.
What are you doing with that Vegas number?
Not 80. Thor is 60. Rose is 55. Not winning.
No, Rose, I don't trust him hitting a driver ever, man. I don't. He didn't pull it out all week. He took the Henrik route and just hit 3-wood.
Yeah, he was hitting it real nice though.
How cool would that have been if Rose had won it after Henrik had won the one prior?
Real cool.
Just 2 best buds.
All right, we got anything else? Are we good?
I think that's it. Just for people that may have not caught it all, you guys are on Clanton, Akshay, or Matt, you are, I should say. Clanton, Akshay, Hadwin, Knapp, and then Grillo. Blake, What are you in on?
As of right now, just Clanton and Novak.
Gotcha. And I am in on Clanton, Akshay, Hadwin, Knapp, Eckroat, Berger, Phillips.
The reason why I haven't bet anything is because I don't really have illegal odds yet. I'm only looking at legal books, and I'm running low on cash, and I don't want to deposit.
All right, we good?
Boom.
Let's get a double winner.
Double winner.